Guys who really exude confidence are always one of three categories. One is the jacked, masculine guy who's full of testosterone and bravado. The other is the strong, silent type that doesn't say much, but he clearly has a certain set of skills that could help you have a bad day. Finally, there's the executive CEO type that walks around with his chest stuck out because his team caters to his every whim. But what about the rest of us? How can you be more confident than any of these types of guys? Let me show you. Let's get it. I have 6 ways to show you you're more confident than any so-called alpha male you may run into. But we have to start here. I dropped $1,000 on this riverfront condo. I hear the owner's in financial trouble. I listen to some so-called financial gurus saying I'm going to lose my money. I really didn't want to pull out of the deal, but I did because I felt validated by listening to their opinions. I was totally wrong. That property is now worth 5 times what I paid for it, and the rent is enough to pay a Lamborghini payment. This is when I learned to stop looking for validation. You believe what you believe because you have the insight, knowledge, and wisdom that this is the best path forward for you. Pay close attention to some of the men that you consider confident or leaders in your circle. Watch how many of them look to others for validation. Almost never happens. It's a good thing to have conversations with your friends and your inner circle to work out a problem or challenge. The issue is when a guy is looking for other people to validate him. Have you ever seen a politician getting booed on stage for saying something and then they backtrack from what they said? They're looking for validation, which shows they're trying to play to what the crowd wants. When you're looking for someone else to confirm your knowledge and ability to lead, you're not really the leader. You're playing to the manipulation of others. The hardest thing about being a man is knowing that sometimes you're going to be alone on a deserted island. You and your values. Just the two of you. If you know it's right, just, and wise, what you believe in, you don't need validation from others. Christ didn't need validation from the Pharisees. That's a high bar, I know. George Washington didn't need confirmation from the King of England that it was okay to leave. And MLK didn't need Malcolm X to corroborate his stance on how to gain civil rights. You have to determine that your vision is more important, more impactful, and will create the life and legacy you want and not what others limit you to. I believe our channel will grow to over 100,000 subs and we'll have an entire team working with us in the next 24 months. That's the vision. I've had other people tell me it doesn't make sense. Don't waste your time. Only kids right out of college can do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not following the group. They don't have my vision. Follow your vision, not groupthink. They don't see the impact we're making with our channel and ultimately away from the channel. There's a term called conventional wisdom that we hear often. This term means that this is a generally accepted belief, opinion, judgment, or a prediction about a particular matter. A great example is that during the time of this filming in the National Football League, running backs are not valued as they once were. Conventional wisdom says you can win a Super Bowl without a great running back. Of course, that's until one team finds a great running back, slows the game down, wins a Super Bowl, then every team will want a great running back. But the coach who has this mentality will be the outlier, who follows his vision, not groupthink. Follow your extraordinary vision for extraordinary results. Books are investments that authors have spent time, money, blood, sweat, and tears creating. They are summarizing years of study, research, insight, and experience to give you what's taken time for them to understand and create. Become an avid reader for knowledge. Study your area of expertise to the nth degree. The subtitle here is Read for Knowledge More Than Pleasure, but I want to tweak it a little to say read for knowledge so that it is pleasure. What you don't know is costing you time, money, career choices, entrepreneurial opportunities, great sex, and amazing relationships. Reading for fun is cool. ESPN.com can help you keep up with your favorite team. But those guys are already living their best lives. You want to live your best life as well. Read to learn as much about every subject that matters to you and can impact others as you possibly
To boldly go where no one has gone before.
Have you ever noticed that all of the captains on Star Trek are confident dudes, but they're not any of the three types that I listed at the start? So why are they so confident? Because the writers know they are designing paths for them to try new things. Have you ever jumped a ramp on a bike? That's not the time to lack confidence. It's go time. You have to go fast enough to get off the ground, or bruh, you're gonna fall forward on your face. It's a new path for you. So design your path. Take the path less traveled. I'm going to push you to take this path more often. Step out on faith and do the thing you've been scared of doing. If you want to start a podcast, let's grab a mic and let's go. Want to climb a mountain? Start training and let's do it. Whatever you want to do that others don't seem to do, go do that thing. The reason the path is less traveled is because it's hard. It's difficult. Sure, it could be dangerous. The reality is there's fulfillment on that path for you. There's an opportunity to push yourself and get out of your comfort zone to do the things that you really want. Bruh, find your path and go for it. People will run through a wall for courageous men. Courage is Representatives Justin Pearson and Justin Jones in Tennessee fighting for gun safety laws. Courage is Malala being shot by the Taliban, yet still speaking out for female education rights. Courage is also showing empathy and kindness to someone you don't know or don't even agree with or understand. Courage is also being honest when you know you're going to suffer consequences for it, especially when you don't deserve it. These are all examples of displaying courage, not toughness. Showing how tough you are is not showing the ability to be a servant leader. Having the courage to do the hard thing but the right thing in every situation is what will have people follow you. Check this out. People follow cowards and authoritarians out of fear. People follow those with courage out of honor, respect, and trust. One of the definitions of secure is being confident. Being secure in who you are means you can't be faded by thoughts, opinions, and assessments of others. When I complete a book, for example, I have no doubt I've completed a good work that will help people with relationships or with their confidence. I'm inherently secure in myself. My security lies in the work I put in to make this a thorough expression of my creativity. I know what I've written to be factual and helpful. My security comes from a level of peace within me that says, I'm enough. I would encourage you to consider these steps. It's pretty clear that they're all related, but not quite the same. They build on each other. If you're secure in yourself, it's easier to have courage. If you're courageous, it's easier to design your path. Take one of these steps and focus on how you can implement it. For example, consider focusing on reading one chapter in a book every other day. How does this make you feel? How can you implement what you've learned? What about simply no longer looking for validation? My validation used to be looking for the next step in a process that would bog down the entire process. No more. We just keep moving. Validation is irrelevant. When you take these 6 steps and put them into practice, you're not only more confident than any so-called alpha, it's also highly evident that confidence is becoming your superpower.